All right, welcome. This is going to be a really quick video just going over some key features of your syllabus for the fall 2020 semester for the EDU 473. Dr. K. Here we go. Classes on Wednesdays from 4:45 to 6:10. Our class is a little later this semester. Maybe you don't know that. Just because it's just scheduling wise much easier for me. I teach till about 2:30, and then getting to campus is always a big challenge. So hopefully it won't be. My goal right now is to have in-person classes for at least the first few classes that we have. I feel like that gives us a good foundation to build the rest of the semester with, and it also gives us time to kind of get to know each other and our personalities, as sometimes it doesn't always translate very well online, as you will find out. The very beginning of the syllabus is a lot of college goals, and it goes into the objectives. Obviously, the objectives for student teaching is for you to become familiar with, what you're teaching, to be able to teach, integrate technology, modify lesson plans for diverse learners, obviously plan and execute lessons that are effective, engaging, also work on all of the components of teaching, which also includes assessment and reflection as well. So those are basically the main components. For the big parts of the requirements, I'm just going to scoot down to like your final grade and what that really is based off of. So your final grade is based on 70% of your teaching performance. So that includes your 4 observations. 2 are going to be done by Sister Nancy because as I teach full time, I may not be able to actually observe you in a class. But again, that may change depending on the circumstances of your placement and what I'm doing. And the 2 observations from someone from the math department, which we will find out as time will come. The other 30% of your grade is going to be based on course performance, which are some of the tasks that we will be doing, which includes updating your philosophy statement, writing weekly reflections, seminar participation, some EdTP requirements, which we will definitely get into a little further in our course. So student teaching, again, you have to prepare for and teach. Again, this is a minimum of 2 classes. Again, anything that you actually do is going to depend on your circumstance and your cooperating teacher. So, but again, if something happens, you are sick, you are unable to do student teaching for whatever reason on that day, please let not only me know, but let your school know and your CT know as soon as possible. Seminar, obviously our expectation is for you to attend and participate in every seminar session. Again, like I said before, some will be in person, some may be online, depending on the circumstances of our class and what we need to do in order to change as class goes on. I did mention those supervisor visits, so you will have 4 of them. Again, if they are in person or if they are virtual, will depend on the circumstances of your particular district and class. Again, 2 will be from the math or science department, depending on the content, and 2 will be from your seminar instructor. In this case, it will either be me or Sister Nancy. Weekly reflections, we will talk about those during class 1. They're going to be posted on Friday afternoons. It will remind you that it's posted and it's due Sunday evening. This is going to be super quick. It's not going to be a tedious process. We're going to talk about what I want in those reflections. Obviously, they should be written effectively and consistently submitted. And again, they're submitted on Sundays. At some point in our course, we will talk about and revise your philosophy of teaching. Obviously, that will be closer to the end of the semester. For the most part, we try to balance out the work of the semester. EdTPA is going to be done. I like to do it super early and throughout the semester. If you were on the student teaching Zoom a few weeks ago, it's definitely recommended that you try to film as early as possible. Unless we hear any changes with EdTPA right now, your requirements are exactly as any other year's EdTPA requirements. You also will have to keep your Chalk and Wire account and update things from this course into your Ed portfolio. That obviously includes your philosophy of teaching, some lesson plans, your concepts for learning, and dispositions. So this is going to be sent to you through Chalk and Wire. You will see it. Just really a kind of checklist of things, and you just kind of score them. During student teaching, your cooperating teacher will also get something similar to this to grade your teaching performance. That also counts. Scroll back, I tried to do it too fast so your head doesn't spin. That will also count in this teaching performance grade as well. So it's not only our feedback, your seminar instructor or Sister Nancy or the math professors, but it will also be based on your cooperating teacher. So that's important to note that 70% of this grade for this course. Trying to scroll slowly so you don't see it. At TPA, again, typically, this is some of the things that we would require so that at the end of the semester, we feel confident as St. Joe's that you have the tools to complete and submit a successful TPA. Completing a student survey, having your context for learning posted, having an outline of all the lessons taught for your learning segment, having some video recorded, copies of your assessment, and then drafting one of your commentaries. Again, we will talk about all of these things. Ed TPA is a very stressful component of student teaching, and unfortunately, it is part of our reality until we are told by state ed otherwise. So, luckily, I have tried to break it down for you as best as I can to keep you organized, to keep you on pace, and to get you to that successful point. Since I've been teaching this course for now, it's going to be 3 semesters. Any student who has submitted in my course has also passed. So I've never had it fail in TPA, and I hope to keep that record with you for it. All right. Finally, there's an exit interview at the end of the semester. Again, how and when that will be done will be later found out. Just some general stuff. I'm going to skip on to plagiarism. We know that. If you have any accommodations that you need to, obviously, please reach out to Student Accessibility Services. There are some online links. I am planning to build a digital resource, bag of tricks. So I will have these on there, but I will also ask you to add some if you find any tools over the course of the semester that are helpful. We'll just build that together. I will be doing the same since I do also teach math at the high school level. And then this is another big part of our semester is kind of scheduling, seeing where classes are, what things are due. Most of the time, I will be uploading weekly modules on Canvas. So it will have what you need to do before this class, what we're going to talk about in this class, and then here's what you need to do after this class in preparation for the next course. I try to keep it super organized. Otherwise, I forget stuff. So I just want to make sure that you have all that information. And again, one less thing for you guys to think about and worry about. Some of our course may include watching videos. I have made some videos over the summer to help go through some of the key components of EdTPA. But as Sister Nancy has said, EdTPA is really just good teaching. So all of the things that we're going to talk about, either in preparation for EdTPA, are also going to be helpful just for being a good teacher and planning engaging lessons and building assessments and talking about all the different components of EdTPA. This hasn't been finished yet just because I don't have a specific date for the fiesta yet, but I will soon, hopefully. And then again, at the very end of the semester, we will talk about jobs. You will have a wealth of experience once you finish this semester. We're going to get you a job as best as we can. Again, that was really quick summary of the syllabus. Feel free to look it over. If you want to print it, print it. If you want to just have a digital copy, just have a digital copy. Again, it's kind of what works for you, and you need to be aware of what works for you, and also help your students be aware of what works for them. All right, well, hope that was helpful. Looking forward to